Morning students, how are you all? Yes, we are meeting after a very long time. Our last class was on 14th of August and now today is 28th of August. Yes students, first of all I would like to congratulate you all that you have done a wonderful job in your second online test. I'm really very happy that you people are studying at your places and whatever the weaknesses you have, you people are trying to overcoming through them. Now students, whatever we have studied in our previous class, I would like to recall first of all. Yes, we had done the revision of force, one part of this chapter. We had discussed the definition of force, types of forces, that is contact and non-contact forces, examples of contact as well as non-contact forces, different type of experiences which we are observing, which we are experiencing in our day-to-day life related to these forces, like gravitational force we are experiencing it every time. Magnetic forces sometimes we have experienced when we are opening the refrigerator, isn't it? Yes, muscular force every time, like I'm using the gestures. What it is? It is all about the movement of my muscles, isn't it? Now students, the concept of mass and weight we had discussed, and magnitude. Yes. Now students, today what we are going to learn? We are going to learn about a new concept, that is thrust, which we haven't discussed earlier. It is also related to force and pressure as well. And the second thing, we will do the revision of the second part of this chapter, that is force. One more thing I would like to clarify, that today is the last class of this chapter. From tomorrow onwards, we will start our next chapter. Okay students? Later on, we will do one in-text question and the section C and D which is left in this chapter. Okay students? The written part. One in-text question, section C and D. That is fill in the blanks and true false, that you have to do in your notebook. Okay students? Now one more thing, one more instruction. When you will send your chapter number 12 for me for checking it, okay, send me the whole chapter together. Okay students, try to send it. Okay, now let's begin the lecture with the revision of force. See students, first of all we will do the revision of the second part which is left, that is pressure. Okay students, so start with the definition of pressure. Force per unit area is the definition of pressure. Students, pressure is a derived quantity. You all are familiar with the fundamental and the derived quantities on which a particular concept is based on one or two units. Okay, one or two units are combining, concepts are combining together to explain it. See, when we are talking about pressure, force per unit area, it means if we don't know about the force or we don't know about the area, we will be unable to understand the concept of pressure. Okay students, force, more the force applied, more pressure. Greater the surface area on which the pressure is applied, lesser the pressure. Okay, that's why force will get divided by the area on which that particular force is applied. Okay, it means if the area will get increased, pressure will become less, and if the area will get decreased, the pressure will become increased. When we are talking about nail or a sharpened pencil, see this sharpened pencil, what is happening? Whatever the force is applied by this pencil and your finger is pointed at one place. That's why this sharpened pencil can pinch pinch you. Okay, can नहीं, pinch ही करेगी. Definitely pinch you. Okay. It means whatever the pressure is applied, force is applied by this hand is pointing very small area. That's why it affects you. And if the area on which the force is applied will get increased, then the pressure will get decrease. Okay, students, getting it? With the help of these diagrams, the concept of pressure is clear. Okay, students, now several examples of pressure which we are using in our day-to-day life, experiencing them. See, broader foundation, less pressure on ground. Sharp knife cuts better than blunt knife. School bags have wider straps. Easier to walk on sand with flat shoes rather than shoes with sharp heels. Okay, students? Now, do you know different types of pressure? Yes, we have discussed about atmospheric pressure. That is, we can say the pressure of gas. We have discussed the pressure in fluids. It means we can say the pressure, fluid pressure. After that, one more pressure which is lying inside our body, that is blood pressure, although we can count it as fluid pressure only. Okay, but it is lying inside our body, that's why we can count it as separately. Okay, now students, who discovered the instrument which is used to measure the atmospheric pressure? Yes, Evangelista Torricelli, and the name of the instrument is barometer. Now students, one more concept is why we are using mercury in barometer and manometer both. Students, because mercury is a highly dense liquid. Okay, the density of mercury is very high when we are comparing it with other liquids. Okay, high density का मतलब समझते हैं बेटा आप? If you are going to compare the, I am talking about two liquids you people are familiar with. One is water and the other one is honey. Students, if you are observing both the liquids, what is the difference? If water will fall, what will happen? Water can float. Okay, but honey is a viscous liquid which do not float. Okay, honey जहाँ गिरेगा वहीं रहेगा, but water क्या होगा? It will occupy more space. Okay, it means the density of water is less than honey. Okay, similarly, mercury is a highly dense liquid. It means mercury अपने आप float नहीं करेगा, अपने आप हिलेगा नहीं, until and unless कोई atmospheric pressure या gravitational pressure दोनों में difference उसे push या pull ना करें, जब तक ये नहीं हिलेगा. That's why we are using mercury in both the instruments. Okay, students? Who discovered the next instrument which is used to measure the fluid pressure? Yes, manometer. Otto von Guericke. Yes, students, Otto von Guericke was the scientist who discovered the manometer for the first time. Okay. Again, in manometer also, mercury is used to measure the difference between the pressure. Okay. Atmospheric pressure, pressure in fluids we are using in various applications, students. See, we are drinking water with the help of a straw. We are using injections. We are using we are doing various diagnostic tests, and we are collecting blood from our body to perform that test. All these concepts are working on the basis of atmospheric pressure. When we are increasing the pressure outside or inside, then these concepts work. Okay, students, I think the topic of atmospheric pressure is clear to you all very well. Okay, still if you have doubts, then ask to me. Okay, students, we are feeling breathless, मतलब suffocation when we are moving to at the top of the hill area above the earth surface. Why? Just because of atmospheric pressure. Okay students, as the molecules of air or of all the oxygen necessary gases are present more in number near the surface of the earth because of the gravitational pull. That's why we are feeling suffocated, okay, when we are moving away from the earth, like we are going to visit some mountain area or we are sitting in the plane, etc. Okay students, all these concepts are based on atmospheric pressure only. Sphygmomanometer is an instrument which is used to measure the blood pressure. It also works on the same principle. Okay students, remember how it works? Yes, by pressing this ball we are increasing the pressure of air, okay, on our hands by tying it up. इसको बांध देते हैं और फिर उसके बाद एयर प्रेशर जो है उसको बढ़ा देते हैं. एंड देन व्हाट विल हैपन, जो हमारा जो ब्लड प्रेशर है, जो ब्लड का फ्लो है, उसने जो प्रेशर क्रिएट किया है और जो बाहर से हमने प्रेशर अप्लाई किया है, वो दोनों आपस में बैलेंस करते हैं. एंड वॉट एवर द डिफरेंस इज देयर, वो हमें इंक्रीज फॉर्म में नजर आ जाता है बेटा. एंड वी आर काउंटिंग इट एज कि हमारा प्रेशर या तो बढ़ा हुआ है ब्लड प्रेशर या हमारा प्रेशर कम है. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, this is the concept of siphon which we have studied in our previous classes, and it works on the gravitational pulling. The water and the atmospheric pressure is balancing the level of water in both the beakers when they are lying at the same surface. And when the surface is different, it means one beaker is lying at the bottom and the other one is lying at the top, then all the water is transferred from the upper beaker to the lower beaker because the fluid is pulled by the gravity. Okay students, this is all about the concept of siphon and where it works we have discussed earlier, and I think these topics are clear to you all. After that beta, there is a concept which you haven't discussed earlier, that is thrust. See, when you are lying down, what happen? Gravity, earth is pulling you towards the bottom, अपने आप खींचती है अपनी तरफ आपको बेटा. बट आप क्या कोशिश करते हो ऊपर उठने की, कि बाई चांस ऐसा हो कि आप जो है वो ग्रेविटेशनल पुल से जो है वो उसको बीट कर दो और आप गिरने से बच जाओ. ऐसा ही होता है बेटा. सिमिलरली ऑल द एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, ऑल द पार्टिकल्स, ऑल द थिंग्स विच आर प्रेजेंट इन द एटमॉस्फेयर, दे आर सप्रेस्ड बाय द ग्रेविटी. सब पर ग्रेविटी का असर होता है बेटा. लेकिन सेकंड, ये क्या करते हैं, ये ग्रेविटी के ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में फोर्स अप्लाई करते हैं. ग्रेविटी and the force which is applied by themselves to beat the gravity, that force is known as thrust. Okay students, now to understand this concept properly, I have one question for you. See, when you submerge something in water, it appear to weigh less. बेटा जब आप स्विमिंग करते हो तो आपको अपना वेट कम लगता है. आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आपका वेट जो है यू आर लाइटर एज कंपेयर टू योर वेट व्हेन यू आर स्टैंडिंग ऑन द लैंड. जब आप पानी के बाहर थे तो आपका वेट थोड़ा ज्यादा था इन कंपैरिजन टू दैट जब आप पानी के अंदर हैं. ऐसा होता है बेटा, है ना. वी आर फीलिंग it when we are submerged our body in water. Why it happens? Beta, it happens due to thrust only. See, this is because any fluid applies an upward force on the body submerged in it. पानी क्या करता है बेटा? पानी एक फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहा है आपकी बॉडी पर, है ना, आपको नीचे की तरफ खींच रहा है ना, और एक फोर्स आपके ऊपर फ्लूइड अप्लाई कर रहा है जो आपको ऊपर की तरफ खींच रहा है। तो बेटा दैट फोर्स इज लेस, और वो आपकी द फोर्स विच इज अप्लाइड बाय द ग्रेविटी उसमें से माइनस हो जाएगी। तो आपकी बॉडी का वेट जो होता है वो डिवाइड हो जाता है। कुछ आपका फ्लूइड पार्टिकल्स खींच रहे हैं और कुछ आपको फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटी आपकी बॉडी पर अप्लाई हो रही है, जिसकी वजह से आप अपने आप को लाइटर फील करते हो। दिस इज बिकॉज एनी फ्लूइड अप्लाइज एन अपवर्ड फोर्स ऑन ए बॉडी सबमर्ज्ड इन इट। दिस फोर्स इज कॉल्ड एज thrust. This force is in the opposite direction to the force of gravity. Hence, it reduces the total force acting downwards due to gravity on the object, and you feel as though your weight has reduced. इस बेटा प्लस माइनस के चक्कर में, इस माइनस के चक्कर में आप अपने आप को लाइटर फील करते हैं। Students, write it down this question in your notebook, okay? Properly by using black pen. Write down this question. When you submerge something in water, it appear to weigh less. Why? Okay. Now answer. This is because any fluid applies an upward force on a body submerged in it. This force is called as thrust. This force is in the opposite direction to the force of gravity. Hence, it reduces the total force acting downwards due to gravity on the object, and you feel as though your weight has reduced. Now, students, do fill in the blanks. First, fill in the blanks. Atmospheric pressure supports approximately dash mm of a mercury column. What do you understand by this question? बेटा जब हम मैनोमीटर या बैरोमीटर के कॉलम्स बनाते हैं, मींस बीकर्स बनाते हैं, उनमें मरकरी फिल करते हैं, तो हम कितने mm मरकरी जो है वो फिल करते हैं? See students, whatever the height of the column is, which is used for barometer or manometer, whatever the height of the column is, but the level of the mercury in that column will be 760 millimeter. Means up to the height of 760 millimeter, the space under the column is occupied by mercury. Okay students, why? Because up to this temperature, up to this height, the air pressure at sea level will support the column. Okay, that's why the average air pressure at sea level will support the column of mercury in a mercury barometer, or we can say manometer, to a height of 760 millimeter. Okay students, next one is to increase the area of contact with a heavy load and to reduce dash. Heavy load bearing vehicles have more number of tires. स्टूडेंट्स आपने देखा होगा कभी कभी बहुत बड़े बड़े जो ट्रक्स होते हैं उनमें 4 टायर्स की जगह 8 या 16 टायर्स जो होते हैं वो प्रेजेंट होते हैं। रीजन इज दैट बेटा, ये जो सरफेस एरिया जो होता है टायर्स वो ज्यादा रोड को टच करते हैं उसके थ्रू, जिसकी वजह से प्रेशर जो होता है वो डिवाइड हो जाता है, बिकॉज सरफेस एरिया इंक्रीज हो जाता है। ओके, तो हैवी लोड क्या डिवाइड हो जाता है? प्रेशर। टू इंक्रीज द एरिया ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट विद द रोड एंड टू रिड्यूस द प्रेशर, हैवी लोड बियरिंग व्हीकल्स हैव मोर नंबर ऑफ टायर्स। तो ब्लैंक में क्या आएगा बेटा? प्रेशर। नाउ नेक्स्ट, the pressure at the bottom of the sea is dash than the pressure near the surface. Yes students, I think you all know the answer. The pressure at the bottom is more than the pressure near the surface. Okay students, dash is used to measure the pressure of fluids. Manometer is an instrument which is used to measure the pressure of fluids. Now after this, true and false. The atmospheric pressure is the weight of the air column of the atmosphere. Yes students, प्रेशर अप्लाई करता है, एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर बेटा एक वेट, जो प्रेशर अप्लाई करता है उसी की वजह से वेट बनता है. Yes, this statement is true. Atmospheric pressure is the weight of the air column. Okay. The atmospheric pressure acting on a human body is greater than the pressure of the fluid present inside the body. No, both the pressures are equal, so that our body is not crushed. Okay, because both the pressures inside and outside are maintaining. Okay. No one is higher or lower. Atmospheric pressure on the top of the Mount Everest is less than the atmospheric pressure at sea level in Mumbai. बताइए बच्चों, atmospheric pressure on the top of the Mount Everest is less than the atmospheric pressure at sea level in Mumbai. Yes, जितना हम ऊपर जाते हैं एयर मॉलिक्यूल्स जो होते हैं वो कम होते जाते हैं और एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर जो है वो रिड्यूस होता जाता है. ओके. बैरोमीटर इज एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट यूज्ड फॉर मेजरिंग द फोर्स एक्सर्टेड बाय द एटमॉस्फेयर. यस, एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर इज मेजर्ड बाय बैरोमीटर. एयर प्रेशर. ओके. द प्रेशर एक्सर्टेड बाय द लिक्विड इज सेम इन ऑल डायरेक्शन एट ए पर्टिकुलर डेप्थ. बेटा यस, at the same depth, at the same liquid is exerting the same pressures, okay, in all the direction. हमने इस पर एक्टिविटी भी की थी बेटा, एक एक्टिविटी डिस्कस की थी. एक बीकर में जो है वो होल किया था, सेम डेप्थ पर जो है वो साइड्स में होल था और वाटर जो था, जेट जो था, वाटर जेट, वो इक्वल स्पीड के साथ, इक्वल प्रेशर के साथ जो है वो रिलीज हो रहा था बीकर में से. याद है आपको? So students, this much is for this chapter. Now chapter number 12, force and pressure, is finished. Okay students, if you have any doubt, ask to me. Okay, I will resolve it, and from tomorrow onwards we will start our next chapter. Okay students, thank you everyone.